And finally today we have Bailey James and Kelly James, friends of the Helmerich Library, and they're here to talk about, I'll tell you in a minute. You got to stick around for it. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you for having us.
Now you're
Bailey, yes.
and you're
I'm Kelly.
and together we have the Bailey girls. Anyway, what's the Friends of the Library all about? What do you do?
So we were founded in 2001. My mom was one of the founding members of the organization. I am its current president. And a big part of what we do is have a used book sale every year that raises funds that support programming and improvements at all of the branches of the Tulsa City County Library.
So you cover a lot of ground with that.
Yes, our first used book sale was 20 years ago, so we've been doing this for a long time. And we've raised over $100,000 that have been donated back to the library.
Wow, and you do a lot of good.
Yeah, it's all ages programming, children's to adults. Again, every branch. We also donate to the bookmobile. We fund story time in the park. Yeah, so we do a lot in the community. And the books that we sell come from the community. People donate them back to us year round, and we clean them up, make sure they're in good quality so that they're ready to sell.
You told me a story just a moment ago, just before we started taping, about a family having to move to Germany from here.
That is correct.
Couldn't keep their books.
They couldn't keep their books. We were getting ready to leave. We were setting up for the book sale a couple of days ago, and they came in with all these bags of books, and we thanked them for their donation and told them to come back to the book sale, and they said that they were sorry that they could not do that they had to move to Germany, and they were so sad that they were having to part with these books. And they said that actually a lot of these books that they had gotten had come from the book sale because they had been to our book sale many years. We have a lot of repeat customers that come year after year.
And we have a lot of people who will buy a book, read it, donate it back. So that book can make money again and again to fund the library, which is really cool.
Is it possible that someone had not thought of this, but they could just say, you know what, I've got an abundance of books, I don't need them anymore, and just pick up the phone and say, I've got a house full of books, where do you want them? Does that ever happen?
It does.
We actually have had that happen a couple of times, and we have recruited some members to go and get the boxes from some elderly people that were not able to put the books in their car and bring them themselves. Matter of fact, 2 days ago we had a 95-year-old lady come in to the library. She's a great library patron, and she said that she had a bunch of books she wanted to get rid of, and that her grandson was coming over this afternoon, that if he could get them in the car when she got there, could we help her get them out? And we said, absolutely. So she showed up the very next morning with her books, and we went out to the car and brought them in for her.
Wow. You know, my wife and I started a project working to highlight the homeless situation in Tulsa a while back, and we would take drives in the afternoon through the downtown area. I had a camera, I'd take pictures, and all of a sudden we discovered there was this one guy who had moved his home, his grocery cart, to an area off of 15th Street. And every time we'd see him, he was reading a hardcover book, not paperback, not a throwaway magazine, but he'd be curled up next to a tree reading. And I got several shots of him. I was fascinated. I wanted so bad to go over and say, what are you reading? What's this all about? Anyway, it spoke to me very deeply because it let me know that people stereotype homeless individuals as imbeciles, drug addicts, whatever. They don't realize that that could be them in a heartbeat. And here's a guy who's homeless taking advantage of the very thing that you work with. That's really, that kind of, you know, goes in a circle in a sense. Let's talk, we got about a minute and a half left. When and where is the big sale going to be?
Okay, so the second weekend of the sale is April 19th and 20th, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Helmerich Library.
You said second week?
Yes. The sale actually starts tonight, but I know this is airing on Monday.
Okay.
So yeah, the second weekend. We have a lot of special deals, like if you're a teacher and have a teacher ID, if you show us that, we'll give you 50% off of everything you buy. On the Saturday afternoon, we have a bag sale where it's everything you can fit into a brown paper grocery bag for $5. So we really care about getting these quality books back into people's hands because we believe that libraries are such an important community resource, and that everyone should have access to books.
As a founding member, was this your idea?
Well, I was contacted by the current, at the time, branch manager, and she said that she had been given approval from the Tulsa City County Library System to start a Friends group, and that she wanted to do so, and would I be interested, because she knew that I had been coming to the library since my twins were 2 months old, and you know, it was nothing for me to have 50 books checked out on my card and 50 books checked out on Bailey's card and 50 books checked out on her twins' brother's card, because they wanted more choices to read. So she thought I was a good candidate to be a founding member of the Friends of the Helmerich Library.
Fantastic. Listen, thank you, and good luck to you. Kind of keep us posted.
Okay, thank you so much for having us.
Next year, let's do this a little earlier.
All
Okay?
right, that'd be fabulous.
Thank you for
having
bringing
us.
it in.
Great.
That's all the time we have for this edition of Perspectives. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time.